the man.
Welcome Black Mage UK.
How's the music volume compared to voice?
All good, bro.
Excellent. Yeah, let me know if the music gets too loud. I've got it on the action cinematic stuff today. Move camera to home.
Today is Buy Castle Acid Day.
Did you figure out which one you're going to buy? Let's see.
Opening parenthesis.
Well, depending on what you want, I think Lordenfell is actually probably a little bit more performant than Astrofish is out of the box. So if you're looking for something a little lighter weight, maybe Lordenfell. It kind of depends. If you're going full HD, like super quality, super amazing looking, Astrofish is the way to go. But you have to do a lot of optimization because it's not built out of the box to be optimized. It's built to look pretty and be very modular, so you can use it however you want. As a result, it requires a little bit of work, a little bit of mesh combining and stuff like that to be performant enough to be actually used in a game. But you get really awesome looking stuff that's really high quality. Lordenfell takes less tweaking, but I don't like.
Yay, I need
it's not quite
something
as
ISNG
quality.
that good looking, or it won't match.
What else do I use? Those are the only ones I use for castles at this point. Max's stuff is okay. It's or 3D Forge, but they're nowhere near the same quality level. Max's stuff is really optimized, like game-wise. It's really low poly overall. But both of those are starting to look a little dated. And then if you're going poly, Cinti all the way.
Welcome for Time Lord 23.
Right. We are going to swap out the lobby. I should have grabbed. I wanted the way I have the background set up here. Should have grabbed the canvas. So this was just a stock image that was part of the fantasy kit, and I kind of like I'm kind of going with this purple theme.
Scene, so maybe the Max stuff might be the best fit.
Yeah, Max makes a lot of stuff that fits kind of medium quality range, and he's definitely got quantity there. So back to this one, I want to grab the canvas here. Lobby.
I like that color scheme. My new streaming background has some purple in it.
Yeah, I didn't exactly choose the color scheme. I kind of went with this. I'm gonna turn this music down. That's a little loud for me. I don't know how loud it is for you. Yeah, the purple really came from this background, and I decided, you know what? I like it. It works. So that just ended up being the theme for this particular game. Alright, so this, have I set this up yet? No. All right. And I'm eventually going to... Yeah, it also... I mean, as it worked out, the chess squares happen to be purplish. And then the lighting that is kind of messed up in the scene, but I really liked it this way. And the whole thing just kind of looked purplish. So it just... Everything just kind of fell into place for that to be kind of the theme color for this particular game. So we want the background, but not done. Look, way over here. I want this, 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 not that. And then today I happened to see, let me pull up the inspiration if I still have it up. I was digging around on one of the game UI databases looking for ideas, and I happened upon something from, what was it, Lucky's Tale, that I decided I really kind of liked. So this theme that I have here is more or less based on for that. More than less.
Ah, cool. That's a clean layout.
Yeah, and the nice thing is I can have the chess. You can kind of see the chessboard in the background here. It gives just kind of a nice, clean layout with a little bit of detailed accent type stuff that I just decided looked really good. I'm not an artist. I'm reasonably good at duplicating things I see. There, I think that looks really good. I'm happy with that as a new menu. Oh, I want to move the title.
Looking good, man, such a good job.
There, that's a little more original than what I had, and a little more stolen at the same time. Let's see how it looks in play mode. Character may dip down too low after the pose sets in. Nope, it's perfect.
Welcome to Chess of the Mages. To begin playing, enter your name or room and hit the play button. You can also say join room and a name. For example, join Yolan's room.
Yeah, we'll fix that lip sync. Lip sync's supposed to work, but I haven't imported the Oculus lip sync module yet. That's going to happen as we do the VR stuff today, which I think we're about ready to get started on. Now that I've got my menu update in. I think I'm going to use this for my icon too. Yeah, that'll work. So, to do that and start bringing in what we need, we need to go into my package manager. I want to get my photo booth in here. Nope. Yeah, I'm going to have to do an update for the package manager module to do categories because I've got a lot in here now and it's getting hard to find things. So we want photo booth. What else did we want? VRIK tracking. We need clone manager. I think that's everything we needed. Go ahead and re-import Oculus integration. While we're waiting on that to import, we can continue working on some more UI variants. So there's going to be this one, and then this one's for character, or like you saw with the this thing.
Welcome Gilda76. Hi. Hello
Hey, Gilda.
Gilda76.
So we've got one for kind of a full pane. I want one for color.
Welcome Mark and Kitty Ann. Hi.
Hello. What else do I want? I think those are really the core ones that I can think of right now. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do a palette. So maybe let's look through the game database a little bit. Color chooser. just searching games on the screens. Yeah, we're gonna look something kind of like this. Maybe maybe I list the different things you can change the color for in a vertical list using this guy, and then have that button, have the color button pop up a color chooser. I've got a couple color choosers, but I don't know if they're in game. Is this one in game?
Is there any way you can either speak up or lower the music?
Oh, sorry. I thought volume was alright. How's that?
Thank you. Perfect.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do something kind of like this, where we'll use this
Welcome distant
field to
temples.
fill that in. Hey, distant temples. Alright, is this import done yet? So we're waiting on an import right now, and we're kind of brainstorming what to do, how I want to do color selection for hair and whatnot. And I'm kind of liking how this guy did it. Let's see what else is in here. The other idea I had was basically go with this 2-column layout like I had for the item selection, and then you have the body parts
Daz
here.
3D for all our character creations.
I've never really used Daz. I downloaded it once, and I think I played with it once, but never after that. So yeah, the different body parts will be here, and then the variants on those will be down here, so the different hairstyles. I think what I'll do is when you click a hairstyle, maybe I'll have it expand out the color chooser next to it and be kind of one unit. I think this is done. Maybe. Loading, loading, loading. Oh. Still importing. The box just got hidden. Alright, so we already extracted the character slot itself out. Let's create a new group here so I can find some of these easier. Am I actually adding those into this layer, or am I just messing everything up? I don't think I'm actually adding them to the layer. Okay. Layer group. There we go. Never really used layer groups in GIMP before. I figured now's as good a time as any. Let's do another layer group for the dual.
Welcome, Tightwoods.
Hello. Alright, so now that's a little bit more organized. Save. Let's check on our imports. Good, import's done. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started creating the VR project, the VR version of this. We're gonna have to totally redo all this work I've done on the menus. It's only gonna apply to the Android versions and the desktop version. I may cheat and use curved UI and a void type space to start. In fact, that's probably what I'll do today. And then I'll create a full 3D menu system or something later. So tasks for today, we got to get the base game building in VR with a VR character. We've got to create the loading screen in VR so that we can transition between the menu and the game. We've got to get the
Welcome
player
to
syncing
Messy
across the
Code.
network. Hey, Messy. What else? Yeah, and it only took about an hour to build, Messy. It really didn't take very long. It's simple, but looks really clean.
Our robot not talking? Ooh, I am Indian. Awesome.
Yeah, eventually I will get it set up so you can set your locales. But until then, you're Indian for the day, Messy. Okay, we've got our import done. So now the next thing, this is my Android version of the project, and I'm gonna use my.
I love the Indian accent.
My clone manager. Oh, there's a build failure somewhere. Photobooth. I need to add editor coroutines. I need to add the dependency on that package so it pulls it in itself. Editor coroutines. Editor. Nope. There. So we're going to use my clone manager to create a clone of this project. This is how I work with any multiplayer or multi-platform app generally is I've got this clone manager tool. It's up on GitHub. It's free. It's mostly functional. I wrote it in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And so it is what it is. And I might add some features to it soon. But for now, it's functional enough that I can get by. And so what it basically does is it takes the project you're in, creates another project, symlinks all of the core asset directories, and then creates a copy of the project settings so you can then change your project settings per platform and customize the platform individually. But the really large chunk of data on the hard drive is duplicated, or is not duplicated because we're symlinking. So the other thing is you can go between projects, and it's really good for multiplayer testing because you can have multiple copies of Unity open at once, and you can debug client server or multiple clients, whatever you want to do. There's a asset on the store that went free recently that does the same thing. That's probably a lot more polished, called Multiplayer, I think. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
They are in our Discord. Spark.
Spark. Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
But I had a bug and couldn't get it to work. I will send him my files when I have a time so he can troubleshoot.
Yeah, the other thing I do when it creates a clone, it copies the what's that directory? Not hold on, I gotta look it up. It copies the your temp and your object and your library directories using a really fast copy, so that when you reopen the project for the first time, you don't have to sit through a full asset import. So when we create this, we'll create the copy for specifically for Quest, and then we won't have to sit through 2 hours worth of importing to get started. So it ends up being really handy if you want to split off a project into multiple platforms or multiplayer or whatever you need.
Dude, I am loving the bulk import in MUCC.
Yeah, I ended up having to do kind of a bulk drag and drop
Makes life
for
so much easier.
the save thing that I built the other night too. There's just so much stuff in that pack, in each individual character. TwitchBot threw an error. Is TwitchBot throwing an error? Okay, we're back up. So let's pull up Clone Manager.
One problem is that when you bulk add models in MUCC, if you want to add icons you need to do by hand.
And my photo booth tool's pretty good for that. I need to add support so you don't need a scene to take the photos. I've got all the tech to do it now, that I've done all the preview work for animation, for my animation library. So I have the potential to make the photo booth a really powerful icon maker that you can kind of manipulate and throw animations on at edit time and be able to pose and whatnot. But
We need to work out how to make your photo booth automatically add icons to the MUCC objects.
I think it's very doable. What you could do is the muck objects, you can just hit a button, generate icon, and Photo Booth has basically a scripted process that it can use to create an icon for it. So if you're in right now I have it set up so it's in a dedicated scene for creating icons, just because that's the easiest way to do it. But yeah, there's basically a public method where you can pass it the game object, and it'll load it up, take a photo, and save it to a dedicated directory. And it would be really easy for me to modify that in a way that you could use to just any button can pass in a path and a name and have it create the icon and then load it up. I've done that in past projects. I didn't get it integrated into this particular iteration yet. It's really close though. It wouldn't take more than an hour or two to fix. So yes, quite possible. All right. We're cloning. So I need to go to Clone Manager. I need to add some UI in here to create clones. Chest of the Mages. We're going to call this one Chest of the Mages Quest.
Check your Discord. DM.
Wish Discord would let you zoom in on images in their image viewer without having to open the original. Yeah,
If
so
that's the case, then when it's adding each model, we can call your API and create the icon on the fly.
yep, pretty much. I'll try and tonight when I pull up, or tomorrow, I guess, whenever you get me that package, I'll pull it up and get it integrated. So yeah, when you clone a project, you get to choose whether or not you want the project to be the project settings to be symlinked. So if you're just doing multiplayer type stuff, you're going to want to symlink the project settings. But in this case, we're creating a new build specifically for Quest, so it's going to have its own dedicated project settings. And then it just goes into Xcopy and duplicates everything. The other thing I want to do is get rid of this window and have like a in Unity status or something. Also doable. Just again, I wrote this extension in like 2 hours, so there's zero polish. It does what it needs to do, and that is it.
No excuses.
What is this index out of range coming from? I don't know why it's trying to start microphone either. I need to go back in and update TwitchBot. It's doing some things it doesn't need to be doing. All right. And that's the clone process. I now have another copy, and I can click on it here, and it will open up another copy of Unity with my Quest version. All right, that's going to take a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab my water bottle. Alright, good timing. Finished just as I got back. I ended up caffeinating instead of water. I'll regret it, but it's a holiday weekend, right?
Sweetness.
Ow, 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 you missed. Come on, jump. Ow!
Yes, Memorial Day.
Sorry, Cat. Cat is a little fat and has trouble jumping up into my lap. And she kind of failed the first execution and it dug her claw into my leg. And she got stuck there for a second. She's not athletic,
Ouch.
but
US
she's
trade markets
super
are
cuddly.
open on Monday though.
Super cuddly kitty. Okay, so we now have our setup. Let's start. Oh, one thing I want to double check. I'm pretty sure I hit the copy or dedicated project settings, but I want to double check and make sure. Down. Settle. Settle, cat, settle. Oh. Yeah, one thing I need to fix is detection of if a package is already installed. What it's doing here is, since it's a new project, Asset Manager is reinstalling Essentials. And actually, I don't think the index, the installed packages get duplicated with Clone Manager. I need to add those in and make sure they get copied over. It's okay that it's reinstalling Essentials because there's a new version of uContext Pro that I needed to upgrade to anyway. So Odin, uContext, and a bunch of that other stuff is getting upgraded right now. And then when I go back into the other project, it'll sync those too because that will have been updated there as well. Okay. Just doing a quick double check. And it did copy project settings. Good. So if you look at your project after the clone happens, don't press keys, cat. You'll see these little shortcut indicators on the directories that indicate that those are symlinks. So project settings does not have one because I told it to create dedicated project settings for this project, because in here we're going to set up XR. One other thing that I need to do before I do this, I want to copy packages as well, because I don't want to install the XR packages in the other project. And this is where packages is going to end up being really handy, and I'm going to start doing more like this, like the Quest plugin. I'd love to move it into packages, so it's easier to dedicate which one has what. So I'm going to delete this guy. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to copy this one. Another thing I want to do is with this eventually is have it set up so you can sync project settings and packages and
Did
have it
uContext
merge them.
Pro make it your essentials?
It did. It's got some really nice stuff in it. And it doesn't get in the way. It loads pretty quickly. So it's in its trial phase in Essentials, and so far I think I'm going to keep it there. I really like having it. It's a lot less in your face than what was the other one? Messi?
I like it so far.
Peak.
Find it more intuitive than Peak.
Right.
Hi at Mark and Kitty and
Peak broke some of my function, like control or like some of the hotkey functionality. So did uContext actually, but I mentioned it in the Discord and he fixed it right away and got a patch to me within minutes. So
peaky peak peak.
I've gotten to the point where Context Pro is in Essentials, at least for the time being. There are some annoyances occasionally when I'm doing control movement, and you'll see it in a little bit.
Both of them are in our Discord, hee hee.
Hi at the Messy Coder.
All right. So now we have dedicated project settings. We can go into project settings. We're going to install XR.
Tee hee cha mon.
Sorry about all the loading that's going to happen in the stream. I really wanted to do from start to finish, integrating the VR stuff, so I could show how to do it, which means more load time in a live stream, but hopefully it's useful to somebody. Alright, so we want to turn on Oculus under Android.
VR or VR R.
Welcome, Cam. Welcome, Commander Root.
Welcome, lurkers. Lord, your bot exposes all.
Yep, bot doesn't know the difference between an active user and a non-active user.
Oh.
Is everything TTS?
Yeah. All messages into Twitch chat get TTS. That's the only way that I would actually keep up with the chat. Because I just never look over at the chat window otherwise, and then this way I can hear you guys talking to me directly, and I don't have to read it, and I don't have to stop what I'm doing. I can just keep working.
TTS is now my favorite thing in the world.
Hey at the Messy Coder.
Hi at Black Mage UK.
Hello at Black Mage UK.
FFS Yolan, I have written the same bit of code 10 times now. Okay, lurk mode activated.
Oh hey at Mark and Kitty Ann.
Well, yeah. How many times have I rewritten my TPC code? I'm never gonna get that thing finished.
Yes, but I blame you cause you keep distracting me.
Why is this re-importing things? For that. I bet it changed some of the graphics settings. Or compression. But we've got this one. It's going to have to do some re-importing from the updated Odin and Essentials. And there's Project 3. This is why I end up with like 10 copies of Unity open. If I don't have work on 3 or 4 different things at once, all I do is spend time waiting for the UI progress to happen.
Same.
Did I open the wrong scene? What happened to my skin and my hair? This is why I hate HDRP. I'm telling you. I haven't changed anything and things are broken. Maybe it's just taking time to load. The skin should not be. There's somebody, I think DE Dawi keeps telling me how to do this and I keep forgetting how to fix it. There's a something with the skin shader. One of the settings in here.
We have a saying every time we are waiting for Unity, saving, opening stuff, etc. And we wait. Lol.
Defaults. Where's the thing that we're supposed to set for skin type that fixes the green issue? I know it's in here somewhere. It's in one of these drop downs. Okay. Oh, we will continue to figure out the green skin issue next time we get stuck on something, but we're back to at least this. Still importing on the other one. So we will work on menus a little bit more while we wait. Should probably add the settings button in here. Settings. That's it. How do I want to do settings? I want to do tweening for some of this stuff too. So we've got that. Let's create the head ones so I have some head models. So you get to see me use Photo Booth. Photo Booth is in packages. So I need textures for all the faces. Switch to Photo Booth layout.
What networking framework will you be using for this?
This project is Pun.
Are you getting your kids? I am fish.
What is I am fish?
Okay.
I don't know what I am fish is.
I am fish, best game ever made.
Never heard of it. Okay, so we need to select prefab. I want the modular parts static, so I can get, because there's
And
the
why
individual
does
heads.
Messi have an accent?
He came in late enough that I think it assigned him a Indian region. His locale is Indian. And I don't have it set up so you can choose your locale yet. So where are the heads? I want the heads. Hair, hair, hair. Head, head, head. Alright. Head female. I guess I should probably split these up.
This is how I will talk on stream from now on.
Just gonna have Google TTS
My
everything
Indian
for you.
friends used to tell me I could do a very good Indian accent. Not like Apu.
Open.
Proper accent.
I introduced a bug. Now I need to open Writer, but Writer is not opening. Why is it not opening? It's just being really, really slow. I think that'll fix it. I just finished adding a new bulk feature. I had not tested it from scratch yet, so not surprised there's a bug. There we go. Okay. So now we need our heads again.
Can I assign a Christopher Walken voice?
It'd be great if I had the ability to do custom voices like that. I've just got the 40 some odd voices that Google offers as part of their TTS stuff. Right, so we've got our bulk here. We need to choose a path. And I want these to go in assets, project, textures, body parts.
Talk to Messi. Closing parenthesis.
Next thing I need to have this tool do is create atlases. Because right now it exports them all in a single image, and I want to do an atlas of the female head, maybe an atlas of the male head. It really wouldn't be that hard to do. I just need to do some foundation work for it. Okay. I need some UI to tell me what directory these are going into. Book screenshots. Where's the scroll view beginning? Somewhere in here. This is not the cleanest code, or even clean code for that matter. put it inside the scroll view. Compile faster. Still importing. 14 minutes on this import. Alright. I'm satisfied with that. We're going to hit the bulk screenshot button and cross our fingers.
And we wait for Unity long.
Yeah, I forgot that when you import, or when you add the Oculus package, that it basically has to import all of your image assets because it changes the compression method. Which I wish it would do in the build or something instead and just leave it as is. And I think there's actually a place to set that in settings somewhere. This is not working.
Hope the update for uContext is safe to install. Importing it now.
Oh, I guess it did export. But I didn't see it change. I wonder what it actually exported. It exported all the same image. So there was a bug that caused it to not switch. I also haven't tried this in URP.
Oh look, Unity covered the Jeopardy theme song and made it an hour long. Jeopardy theme song 1 hour, YouTube.
Welcome Isobay.
If only I could get away with playing that. seems like imports have gotten worse. Like they kept talking about how they were going to make them better. Oh, we're going to make them better. But it just feels more painful now than it did.
Agreed.
Why can I not swap in? Alright, so something is broken in my swapper. Don't need that anymore.
Also feels like it's doing more re-imports, or just application. Tick or message for no reason.
Yeah, well, it's re-importing because I hit the bulk export again, and it touched all of those files. I shouldn't have done that. I should really have just done a couple just to see if I'd fixed it. So now, I mean, it's mostly working. The only thing that's not working right now is the swapper. So we'll take a look at that. Save, reuse, or swap. So we're swapping in the game object. Oh, come on, Unity, wake up. Importing now for 21 minutes on the other process. Woo! I guess you guys can't really read that right now. Yeah, 21 minutes on the other import. Oh, it is, okay. I know what the bug is. It didn't clear out the preview. So we swap this in, and the head just happened to be inside the body. There's a bug where the original preview, if you load the scene, doesn't clear out. So now I should be able to do, well, let's get this centered a little bit better. Maybe a slightly different angle. Maybe like that. Actually, I think I want the light to show, so I'm going to rotate the whole object. There. I think that looks good. Alright. Swap in another one just to see kind of how it's going to look. Alright. Let's export these. Alright, we ready for this to work? Let's see if it works. I don't feel like that worked. Unless it was really fast. It did not work. It did the first one but didn't do any after. Maybe that was necessary. Okay. Again, I got to get myself to do smaller tests. This would go a whole lot faster. Field we're looking for is surface inputs, diffusion profile. Ah, it's not a drop down like I thought it was. Yep, this one already had it set. Probably use the same one. Extreme multitasking. There we go. So, if you use CC3 and your skin is green, make sure you set your diffusion profile to the skin profile, and that will fix it. Let's do just 4 after I made that code change. Skipping straight to the last one. So we do the next task. The next task, if it's true, it means it's done and it didn't run. So we DQ, and then we need to process the next one. I don't know what resolution I'm importing these in. It may be way too high. Ah, there we go. That's definitely working now. Alright, so now we'll import all of these one more time. After I fix that, which is getting really annoying, I gotta turn off debug mode on that on my next build. Yeah, see how quick that goes through it? Just quick frame for each head style and it's done. Let's do hair. I'm going to change our screenshot path. And we should probably do one before we do all of these. Find a good angle. I think that's good. And there's our hair. Let's do facial hair.
Use namespaces, you dirty buggers.
I really wish Unity would do something about that. They have the power. Just do it. Don't accept anything that has code if it doesn't have a namespace.
Just found someone using same bloody names as I have in MUCC.
We need to do a single before we do the bulk again. Because yeah, we're going to want these to be a little more forward. That should be good. And we'll do all the facial hair. I don't know if these are weird without having a head. Maybe I should put a head on these. This will do for now. I'll have to write more code to actually do more than just the individual model on these. Alright, so the things that I'm going to let them change are eyebrows, facial hair, and hair. And then eventually I'll add in currency and level-based earnings so they can buy armor or outfits or something like that. But to start, there will only be one outfit. They can customize the color, the
KMUCC
hair.
is pretty much ready if you want to use it.
Base. Did I get all the hair? Oh, these are head coverings. Awesome. Yeah, send me over a Unity package and I will add that to my to-do list.
You can use Must with MUCC to handle buying stuff.
So I could do helmets and then
I am using it for the cars.
Is our VR stuff finally ready? Almost. It's almost there. 34-minute delay on VR stuff because of importing. Was it the other night when I totally trashed my project? I literally spent the entire night sitting on imports just over and over again. It was a mess.
So in Car Smasher Car Crusher, my kids need to win races to earn points to get new extensions to their Cinti cars.
Nice. Yep, I'm picking up that Cinti car pack. I want it really bad, but I'm gonna wait until the sale. It's on sale. My theme is too
You want to see
medieval.
Unity 2020, I have no sympathy for you.
Yeah, this project, for whatever reason, I decided I'm just gonna go with give a project a try in 2020. Part of it is I need some of the new XR stuff that's actually available in 2020 and not available in 2019. So I didn't really have that much of a choice on the matter. They made some big changes in XR that they did not release for 2019. Okay, that's going to import for a couple minutes since we generated all those. Let's take a look at them on the file system while we're waiting. So you can see all of our different heads. Really just different head painting. Their face painting for the most part. Some scars too. See how our hair turned out. Not bad. Not great either. These turned out okay as well. It'll be usable. It's not good. I think I'm gonna go for I'll write some additional scripts to enable specific hair, like base head model or a base model for the head for the individual selections, and change the eyebrows on them for the screenshots, because it's you need the head for eyebrows, especially eyebrows on their own. Here, I didn't pull them up, but they look funny. I mean, that's all you'll see in the selecting menu. All right, so let's switch layouts. We're done taking screenshots. We've got all the screenshots we need for the game at this point, at least all the ones I know I need for what we're going to do this weekend anyway. So if we go back into player customization, we'll save the scene. Why not? I should have deleted the helmet or the object before I saved it, but whatever. The only problem with a really clingy cat is the temperature. She gets warm after a few hours of cuddling. Eek. Alright, so not in 2D. Right? Okay. So we're just kind of lining these out, and then we're going to create prefabs and have it all dynamically load eventually. But right now we're just kind of stubbing this out and kind of getting a feel for how it's going to look. Alright, so we'll duplicate category row. We'll call this selection row. Turn the gizmos back on. Get that aligned as closely to centered as possible. Change these out for faces, I guess. The other thing I need to do is set these up so they import properly as sprites. So that's how that's going to look. Not bad. So I gotta wait until I get Muck integrated to actually build these, because I need to see how it handles swapping and iterating over them. Huh? Yes, I am. After my stream. Oh, I think we can finally get back to the VR stuff. No. Wait, this will be short. It's just got to import all those new heads that we created. All the new thumbnails. All right, back to VR, finally. So we're gonna need a test scene for this. I guess I do need to import one more package. That is the VRIF, I think. Or do I want to do VRIF this time? Which would you rather see, VRIF or Hurricane?
Stop making more things to import. Lol.
Right, I think. Oh, I know why. I was going to go VRIF because it supports hands. VR
Ian.
interaction framework. Right.
No idea what they are.
So these
Wow,
are
laggy chatbot.
just a little. So the VRIF and the Hurricane are both interaction frameworks for VR. I picked them up in the last sale because I really wanted to compare the two. I don't know why I bought both, but I guess I ended up buying both because VRIF has a couple more features that Hurricane does that I really wanted for some projects that didn't matter as much for other projects. And then the Hurricane and the Hexabody, it's got more interesting locomotion for another project. So I ended up picking up both because I don't know. I've got an addiction, and it's all Messi's fault, 100%. I don't think I bought an asset before I started listening to Messi's streams. But yeah, so VR interaction framework, it actually supports Quest's hands support feature out of the box-ish. It's still a work in progress. They just put out an update for it, and I haven't seen what the update
But your wife
fixed.
and kids like me, so it's all good.
Yeah. So we shall see. This shouldn't take very long, I hope. Open up the Android one so it starts its import of the asset as well. And compiling scripts for this project has gotten really long. It takes forever, even the smallest change. And I've got ASM.def set up for a lot of stuff. Like I'm getting more and more modular with the project stuff. So more and more code is going into individual DLLs, and it's not supposed to rebuild the DLLs every build cycle. So it's supposed to speed up the overall build. The more ASM.defs you have, the more DLLs you have, the less building time you're supposed to have. But it just doesn't seem like it's working. Build times are just huge, and this project isn't even that big.
That's what she said.
Spit my coffee all over my lap. Lol.
Why is it purple? What happened? What? What just happened? Why did my guy turn purple? Did it over... Why did importing that turn my guy purple? What did it do to my materials? I can't stand that pinky purple. Where's my guy? Don't need Polyfuse to be turned on right now. Polyfuse actually turned out to be a pretty good tool for creating LODs. The LODs look, I mean, they're not great. They'd be a lot better if I did them all by hand, but I don't have the time, the resources to do them by hand. Why is that pink? It's on the right.
You're not using Mantis?
I found its workflow. I already had all my scenes built. The nice thing about Polyfuse is it does everything in place.
I had it in a few test projects, removed it and put it back again. It has its uses. Polyfuse.
So did URP just get trashed somehow? What happened to my... Why did my... Is everything with the lit shader on it trashed? Oh. Oh,
Tools rebuild materials.
tools rebuild materials. Where? The render pipeline?
Or is it assets?
Yeah, tools
That's
is all
it.
custom. I don't see it. Where is it?
Should be in render pipeline.
Well, the upgrade. I mean, there's the upgrade. Is there a rebuild?
There is a wizard. Use the upgrade.
Yeah, I did, and it didn't fix it.
I actually tried to reduce polys on UMA characters with Polyfew. It worked, but was a bit too slow to do at runtime.
Fixes when broken.
I should not have clicked whatever I clicked. That wasn't the right menu option.
You need better lit shader.
I do have it, actually. It doesn't look like it's working either. Because a lot of the stuff in this pink blob here is better lit. Something completely destroyed all of my materials.
No way. Did you sacrifice the chicken?
Maybe there's a shader error. Maybe, yeah, maybe I need to fix my build errors and then it'll fix itself. Something is up with the attributes. I wish this was all by default. Cannot tell what the ambiguity is. I do have packages.
Okay, I must have left some art in the package by mistake. Cause it's 130 MB. But they are free assets.
Oops. Runtime. Loading. It's probably this. Yeah. So I have some stubs for Odin to for third-person controller to fix the missing attributes stuff that Odin provides when Odin isn't installed, so I could still use Odin and not worry about whether or not that stuff worked. And it looks like player the via my defines got wiped. Why did all my defines get wiped? Maybe I still have them over here.
I remember RTHE day I discovered what a stub was when I was young. Was such an amazing moment.
Alright, let's see if that fixes the compile error. Yeah, all of my defines got erased. I don't know why. Maybe because no. Yeah, I think something overwrote them, which caused a build failure. Oh, good. There we go. Oh no. I bet my project settings got overwritten by Helix or by VRIF. In fact, I know they did. I hate it when Alright, so a note, when you import VRIF, it does replace your
It does
project
say,
settings.
did you back up?
And so fortunately I do have a backup and I can restore, but see they swap in their own icon. I mean I guess they probably just replaced the entire file, but it's a little annoying. So let's see.
K sent you MUCC on Discord.
Stop with the licking.
I am gonna go for a shower.
Hey, see ya. I will play with that tonight and look at integrating the icon stuff. Just
Lol, stop with the licking.
right, materials are still broken. My layers, I bet, are trashed. Yeah. Layers are going to be totally wrong. I'm going to have to go fix all of that stuff.
You want me to show you quickly how to set it up AFTERMY shower?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to do it on the stream? Just do a video chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just ping me when you get back.
Don't mind people seeing.
I've got about an hour before I'm gonna have to stop. So hopefully we'll have enough time. I've got to take my son to dance class tonight. Okay.
Okay, I won't be an hour in the shower.
I don't want to Materials seem like they're still good over here. Let's. Because this one hasn't imported, I don't think. I'm asking for trouble changing their layers. At least I understand my layers. I'm probably gonna have to do a re-import again on all the graphics. Let's try a small bit. Maybe just the materials. No. Because even Betterlit, it doesn't matter what shader it's using. Because this alcove definitely has some Betterlit shaders in there. Okay. This is not what I wanted to be messing with right now. I wanted to get on to adding the VR player. I don't want to do a whole another half-hour import. Anybody have any ideas how to do this without nuking the library and making it re-import? And hoping that it works? See if I can get it to recompile the shader.
Manually reassign each shader?
You know, I thought I tried switching shaders and that didn't make a difference. I think, I'm hoping it's just the shader needs to be recompiled. I don't even know how this happened. Like, it's weird. No material shaders are working at all. I probably should have done better. Recompiled that shader because I have a lot fewer. This is
Love pink in real life, hate pink in Unity.
Yeah. Well, it's even this shade of pink is particularly eye-grabbingly bad. It's meant to me. It's meant to bring out errors so you can spot them. But oh, textures on UI components are working. How about we prep while we're waiting on that, we can prep a project
Welcome
for
Lord_Odyssey.
Messi's
Feel for Yaman. Crossing fingers it gets fixed.
Yerp. I'm doing everything yerp right now. So we'll go ahead and get prepped for Messy to come on while he's getting his shower. So we won't lose what little time we have left to getting set up.
Nice.
Again, now we're up to 4 projects open. Did I mention I like to multitask?
Right. Lol, yeah.
Download anyway. Alright, we're pulling down Messy's package. We're creating a project. We are doing whatever we're doing with shaders over here. Recompiling shader variants and hoping that that fixes this problem. If it does, then we only have one other shader that we'll have to fix, I think, that I'm using. And that's the better lit one. Okay.
Welcome Community Showcase.
It's been an entire stream on import. Right. Well, we're waiting on that one. Back over to here.
Welcome D1SC0RD for small streamers.
And the question is, what do we want to work on here next? I do want to do a build that fixes, like, gets rid of this annoying debug text, which looks like it's up again. I mean, it is nice to see errors, but at the same time, oh yeah, look how he's moving right now. Barely functional. I am doing just a little bit to this machine right now. Invalid layer index. So we've got an exception that's happening over and over again.
My gear would be screaming at me right about now.
Yeah. This PC's pretty powerful. I wouldn't mind upgrading it, but it's powerful enough. I really don't need to. So it looks like somebody waved. I wonder if I'm accidentally assigning voices to lurkers. It should only assign a voice to someone who speaks. But maybe I'm pre-assigning. So maybe I'm out of voices from all the random bots that have connected.
Just have a Dell XPS is all. 4 years old. Hoping it lasts through my game dev journey.
voice command processor line 146. Sure that this is we're still supporting the template project.
We are getting married next year and crossing my fingers for new gear as my wedding present. Kitty Ann typing.
Good luck with that. I could go for that as a wedding present. And congrats on getting married next year.
Thanks, man. Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, it's always.
Aw, thank you.
There we go. That's the file I wanted. Okay, so line 146. So oh, well, that could do it. Not sure what we're getting in here with. All right, now my machine's dying, absolutely dying. Wish I knew how to repro this. Could be the results of that chat. About a seventh of the way through compiling shader variants. Should guard against negative index at least.
Yeah.
Messy's, the project we're getting ready for Messy is done-ish. So we need to import package or asset manager, Cinti characters. We're only going to import Cinti characters in Messy's thing. And then we'll kind of get a feel for that and figure out what I need to remove. So go to window, package manager. This is how I start every project.
Learning a lot. Thanks for sharing.
import Asset Manager, and it's going to import the essentials. And then once the essentials are imported, then we'll pull in Messi's package and Cinti Heroes. And this will probably turn into an onboarding project for Cinti characters. One thing I found is it's easier to do small sub-projects for stuff like this, where you can kind of isolate just the assets you need. It makes everything faster. Just fewer assets, just craft playtimes happen a lot faster if you go into play mode. It's just easier to debug and set up a small module like this, and then export it after. And generally what I do to export it after is I'll take that module, I'll turn it into a package, package manager package, and then I'll import that package, and then I'll generally also keep that whole unit in Git as a single unit. So Messi's thing, I'm going to convert it into a Git repo, and it'll go up into my private repo, and then I'll be able to share that across any project that wants it. And then since he's not using Git and I don't have a Git branch to go off of, the way I generally do that for any asset that I intend to modify is I use the main branch for Unity package updates, and then I rebase off of that for any custom work that I do in a separate branch.
Sounds like less is more. Taking notes. $14,000 out of $69,000. It is killing my performance.
Phew.
Yeah, if Messi gets back before that finishes, I'll kill it. I'll delete my library, and we'll have to continue VR and work later in the weekend. But I'll kill the library, and I'll let it re-import everything off stream instead of chewing up my resources on stream. I'm still hoping the materials get fixed with this compile relatively soon. Alright, so we need asset
Maybe you'll
manager.
fix the pink.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the goal. Is if the compile doesn't fix the pink, I'm gonna delete the library and hope that
Chat
it
lags
fixes
long.
it. Yeah, it'd be nice if chat was real time, but the stream itself is what you get 2 minutes behind. All right, so package manager. We're gonna need. Did I say we needed anything from package manager? We'll go ahead and add photo booth because I think I'll probably do the integration in here. Other than photo booth, I don't think. Oh, I always want my templates. I'm getting addicted to these templates. It's really great. Always having my namespaces automatically set up the way I want them to be set up. It's great. It should be built into Unity out of the box, and it just isn't. Okay, so we've got, I think, the two packages that I think we're going to want. Now we're going to install. We need Cinti. We want the modular fantasy hero characters. And I think that was all we wanted, or at least to start with this project. So we'll hit that, and then once that's imported, we can import Messy's package. 16,000. This is taking forever. It's 17. It'd be faster for me to rebuild the library.
Mystic, what did you use for templates?
So for templates, I've got a GitHub repo out. Let me grab the link. And it's a little, I mean, it's a little difficult to set up. I still need to do some refinements on the UI there to make it obvious. Anyway, so we're getting the project ready. We're still pink on the other one. I'm going to go ahead and kill that. Question is, can I guess which one it is? Because everything's going really, really slow. The recompiling shader variants is just taking forever. But yeah, I'll grab that GitHub repo in a second for you, Gildar.
I'm still using C# Wizard and Script Builder.
Right now I'm just waiting for my machine to let me do anything. Okay, we've got Unity Editor very high. I'm assuming that's the right one. Cross your fingers that I don't kill the wrong Unity. Good, I killed the right Unity. So yeah, Messy, we're still working on import because the other project is gonna take way too long, so we're starting a fresh one. But we can get the voice chat going, or the video conference going. You just want to use Discord?
GitHub, Yelan Other, Unity script templates, a collection of templates and scripts to make templates smarter.
Yeah, Discord is good.
Alright, Discord, where's my Discord?
I cannot hear you on Discord.
Oh, are we connected? Test, test. I hadn't said anything yet. I didn't think it actually connected. So let me make sure it's using the right mic. How about now? Test, test. I do not hear you on Discord if you're speaking either.
I can hear you.
Hello, can Messy hear me yet?
I am speaking.
Why don't I hear you?
I cannot hear you on Discord.
Let me see. Let me check my audio.
I am green.
Oh.
And I am blinking.
I think I can hear from your side now.
Green and blinking, but it cannot hear. Oh, and
But can you hear me yet? Do I have push to talk turned on by chance?
there
Test.
you go. You had pushed to talk. Maybe I believe that is what it was.
Oh yeah, I definitely had push to talk. All right.
There that is it. You have found the problem, you have the solution. So, yeah, very good. Liking what you're doing so far. It's very nice. I like it very much. But Unity 2020 is not very good, I have to say. You are crazy for using this.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pause the music too because I think 2 voices and music is a little much. Might make it a little easier.
I'm just getting out of the shower, by the way, so I'm just drying myself.
Well, I'm still trying to
Itching
get
your head.
Unity up.
Do you have a project that you can stick it in?
Yeah, we started creating one while you were in the shower. It's wrapping up now. We're importing modular fantasy hero characters as we speak, and then your package is next, and then it'll be ready to go. All right, that just
So
finished.
what takes now? 20 minutes, is it?
Something crazy like that. I don't know. All my time the last couple weeks has been importing over and over and over again.
Closing parenthesis.
Imagine if you're using Unreal and the unlimited poly size for models. You would be having like 5,000 gig projects.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Astrofish's stuff, I think an individual house, he sent me one of his high poly ones to 3D print, and I think it was like 4 gigs for just the house. And so they're talking about using stuff bigger than that for that infinite poly stuff. Scene reference, Gizmos,
This is really crazy.
Little Sweet
Look at
Demon.
one out outside. That's it.
Mountain Blade, World of Messy, Must Demos, Polygon Adventure, Resources. Alright. So yeah, it definitely looks like you've got a bunch of sample stuff in here. I assume I don't need Polygon Adventure. Do I need Resources, the must asset here?
Yeah.
And must setting.
The Polygon Adventure is if you open it up, it's just an extras folder. You don't need the resources folder because you make your own.
Don't need
But if you
resources
wanted to
make
load the demos, if you wanted to just view the demo to get started.
don't need World of Messy or Mountain Blade or Muck Fantasy Hero. We're gonna create all those.
No, include the Muck Polygon Fantasy Heroes, because that's where I've got some.
There's some presets in there.
Yeah, so keep that.
Gizmos.
Maybe it'll actually be better if you share your screen on Discord rather than me watching the stream, because
Oh, yeah.
we've got time lag.
There's
Add more to your bandwidth.
I got upgraded to 1.2 gig for a reason. Let's see. Share my screen. Let's do screen 1.
Oh, I included the Text Mesh Pro because I'm a numpty. Yeah, so take out Text Mesh Pro. Obviously, you need to stick it in yourself. Simple Sky, if you're not using Sky, you don't need that. You don't need the scenes folder. You do need all of that messy coder stuff, so I'll leave all that in. You do need that cross-scene reference thing. You need your gizmos. The little sweet demo demon things is only for you using the demo, so you don't need that. And leave the Mountain Blade in the World of Messy in, because I don't know if I've left scripts in there by mistake.
Okay.
And the must demos. Keep your must demos in. 'Cause I don't know if those are.
Yep. So one bit of feedback. All of this, one parent directory, please.
Yeah, this is not for human consumption.
All right. Looks like we've got everything we need.
Lovely. Alright. Haven't tried doing it from a blank thing in a long time, so let's see what breaks. Let's see what breaks. And actually, probably be a good idea if I owed up Unity myself in another window.
I think TwitchBot is dead, needs to be wakened back up. Because Gildar said something and I did not hear it. Hello, TwitchBot, are you alive again? So yeah, I use a lot of ASM defs now, Gildar, and they're supposed to save compile time, but my project feels like it's not making a difference at all. And it's still taking forever. I've had like 5-minute compile times on this project, and it's not even that much. In it. All right, we should be ready to go. All right, what do I do?
All right. So, first things first. Go to tools.
There's one thing I forgot to do first, and that's fix the pink before we see it, and my eyes bleed. The magenta. Okay, so you said go where?
Right, clear those console errors out. So if there's any new errors, they'll be mine.
We forgot to import the registry. We need
Smash Pro in there.
Need editor coroutines. That's what some of those errors are from. I gotta fix my package dependencies.
Heard about that. The dependencies. We need to have an intervention.
And my script templates
So
have
you'll
changed.
be sleeping tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Streams at 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock, man.
Oh yeah.
UK. So it'll be what, 5 o'clock your time.
It's very, very unlikely. I've got to fix that particular word trigger. It's very, very unlikely I will be awake in time. That's 5.
Pretty sure you won't actually be back to bed.
No, I generally make it to bed long before that. But
oh yeah, 4 o'clock. Sorry.
It's 5 o'clock. I think is the time when I looked it up on the time conversion.
Yeah, your bedtime's about 3:30 or 4, isn't it? So.
More like 2.
Oh, you've got that. Oh, well done. I'm impressed. Right, I've put my glasses on.
I got hooked on. I was watching. What is it? The Archer? Was it Green Archer? The DC superhero.
Oh, the Green Arrow.
Green Arrow. Yeah. I started watching that last night. Got pretty hooked.
Umbrella Academy and the Doom Patrol.
I haven't seen the second season of Umbrella Academy yet. I need to watch the second season.
It is awesome. I'm really concerned now that Ellen Page's Elliot Page. What are they going to do? Is he going to be allowed to come back and reprise the role of the female character?
Yes.
Or not?
The answer is yes. I saw an article on that today.
Oh, awesome.
There's something about people complaining that they were letting him do it. But apparently they are. So.
Of course they would.
People have got to find something to complain about on the intertubes. Again.
What's it in now?
Still. We're still importing. Editor application.update.
Want me to share my screen with you while that does that?
Yeah, sure. We can do that while we wait. You can kind of give us a brief walkthrough. Let me figure out where's my Discord, so I can.
While I'm showing you, you keep doing your imports though. Don't distract yourself and stop your imports just because I'm going to share you my screen. Yeah. Don't want any of that malarkey. Right, can you see mine? You showed me yours, now I'm showing you mine.
Yeah, now I gotta figure out how to pop it out safely without. How do we? Oh, there's a pop out.
Quickly show all of the asset store keys for the prizes to everyone.
First come, first serve. Wee, Inception. I think I need to look.
Right, you
There we go. I was on the wrong. I was on my. Apparently, you can share. Multiple people can share at the same time on Discord.
That's right. They've added that. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of nice.
Alright. Make it a bit bigger. While you're alright.
I should pull up another monitor for this.
Okie dokie. So, if I delete that, you would see this first of all. So, let me minimize your screen because that's freaking me out. So you go to Tools, Messy Code. Actually, you know what? I'm going to close that. Close tab. Close tab. Alright. So, Tools, Messy Code. First thing I'll do is create the Must Manager. But if you don't even have that, if you went to Must Settings, it should tell you to do it. So, in my resources, because it's got to be in your resources folder, I've got. This is the Must Settings Manager, rather, and these are the individual ones, what they look like. I actually had all this stuff hidden before, but when I was trying to work out why nothing was saving, I exposed it. So you're better off just ignoring all this and just use the window. So you go Tools, create a Must Manager. How's your imports and everything going, by the way?
I think we're good to go.
Oh, did you do TextMesh Pro in there as well? So you don't have any silly TextMesh Pro problems?
Oh no. Do TextMesh Pro. Oh wait,
Yeah, cool.
it's already in there.
Oh, cool. Right, do you want to? Should we go back to your screen then?
Yep, let's go back to my screen and see how it goes.
Alright. So I will keep mine sharing just in case you need to see anything on mine.
Question is,
Alright,
where does
so
that pop-up go? So
is your streaming? Are you streaming back to your screen now?
yeah, let me reorganize this so I can pull your screen out just in case I need to pull it up really quick. Alright, we're good.
Right, okay, dokie, big and a pokey. Click on Tools. Messy Coder, create a Must Manager. Actually, you know what? First, go to the Must Settings and dock it.
Yep. I'm gonna do it.
I would dock it in the big window. Don't dock it in the little bit.
It's gonna need to be big. Okay.
Yeah, it needs to be big. So click on that lovely Create a Must Manager. Let's see if it works. Bum bum bum. Barry, can it be no? What's that about? Never mind. Alright, so it should have now stuck it in a folder. If you go to your... Oh my god, you stick your projects over there on the left. In that little bit.
I do.
Oh
and
my word.
I go one column and then takes up a lot less space.
That just feels weird. That's just... Oh my god. Right, cool. So you can see you've got your Must Manager in there. Groovy. Now, you want to create a Must Settings file. You see on the right hand side?
Create Must Settings?
Yeah, so give it a name, something sexy. Bum, bum, bum. And you can click that set
Welcome
button
Tark
and then
9000.
refresh over there. Dun, dun, dun. Now you've got a
Tark.
Must. So that worked.
That did work.
Alright, groovy. So, you don't need to worry about stats and things like that at the moment. But what you do want to do is, if you go to Types...
Uh-oh.
Oh! Big dirty red thing. What's that? 587? 587. could well be because you jumped straight into avatars. So go to types first. Create some stuff in here. So obviously we need to put some error handling. So you want a race. Are you gonna have like a racing class system that they can choose different things? Like,
not for Wizard's Chess. That one's strictly going to be humans. I mean, we could do male and female. I guess you have gender.
Must allows you to not to disable. I was going to say, you want to put those back on because while must allows you to turn them off, muck doesn't. So I haven't put the overalls in place in muck yet. So you need to create at least something. So, and then there you go. And then male and female if you want to put genders in. Obviously non-binary. There you go. Better. Now click avatars. There you go. That's what the problem was. It's expecting something in there. So I was saying, like, must, you can turn them off in must, but mux gets all upset. So you need to add slots first. See on the, and I would recommend put it like a 0, 1, and then the space, and then what it is. So you need one for each of Cinti's thingamajigs.
No way to automate that. Okay.
Say again?
No way to automate it? Not yet?
Well, no, because there's no way of knowing what you'd want to automate.
Yeah. Okay, we need prefabs, we want...
Slot can be anything you want it to be. So, problem is with Cinti's that they've got so much stuff. So, put a couple in, like 0, 0 head.
Oops, where'd it go? It's gone.
I don't know. Where'd it go? Click done. Here you go. Add. What did you do there to make it disappear?
I hit add slot.
Okay.
So you might make that an option.
Disable the add slot while the other one's open, kind of thing.
Yeah. Or just get rid of done entirely and just the hit add slot or click away, have it store it. Because then they can hit delete. If they
it's too much effort for me to put in.
Okay, head hair.
Head attachment was another one. If you want to do them in order, but I suppose that would do for just getting an example going.
Okay.
Right. So do eyebrows as a good example, because eyebrows has got different genders. Alright, brilliant. And then
actually, I should call it facial hair.
There you go. I was waiting for you to. That's made me a little bit uneasy. So you want to create yourself an avatar set. You'll be able, even though you're just going to have one in yours at the moment. So it'd be polyfantasy, whatever you want to call it. Now if you click on it, on the name of it. Now if you click on in the avatar sets on the left. No, in the thing, just click on the name. There you go. Like magic. Just click the top one where it's got avatars. And in the drop down, you've got Polyfantasy Hero. Right. This thing you don't have to worry about at the moment, so you can just delete that. It was originally sitting in there, and I've moved it out now. So, actually, you know what? Delete the top one where you've put your Polyfantasy Hero, because that was my example one. You make your own one. Or you can use my example one if you want. But it would be better if you make your own one. Nah, I don't like that, because that's a set. That's a set you've made. Yours, what are you doing?
So we need to create. We need to create one.
Yeah, so you go to your main prefab that you're going to have.
Which was that? Was it
Which
just
you
player?
mean? Actually, make yourself a folder in that must data. Make another folder and call that one avatars.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, don't change the order of where that's sitting because everything will explode. Yeah, don't try and move that folder into there. If you want to do that, you've got to change it from the general settings. In must. There you go. Change the folder path. You want to go back up one. I was sticking everything in avatars. There you go. And now you can just drag all of them little badges in there. There you go.
You cannot undo
Now,
this action.
if you create a quality rank, for example, the one that's in front of you. So if you just go, yeah, what are you doing? What are
You
you?
said-
What are you
said
doing?
create
You crazy fool!
Create a quality rank. I'm going to create.
I know.
this.
No, you don't need to do any of that. See there in front of you,
This one?
create ranks list.
Yep.
New quality ranks list. Right in front of you. There you go. Just stick something in there. And did it make a folder? Yeah, cool. See on the left hand side it's got the quality ranks folder has been created.
Yep.
So it knows that you've changed. So you can delete that, you don't really need it. It was just a test to make sure it works and that it knows that you've changed the folder path. Lovely. So I did realise that you probably wouldn't want the my default folder structure and you want your own one, so it does support that. Alright, now in your avatars folder that you have created in your data folder, we need to make a prefab where you're going to be sticking stuff onto. So just make a normal prefab of where you're going to be. Actually, yeah, cool. Is that? Do you have your?
Is this
your
going to be the
wizards
character?
already done? Yeah. So if you've got your wizards already done, you can just use that one.
So I'll just grab this guy.
Beautiful. And inside that avatars folder, if you right click on the folder, I don't know, my brain can't understand how your layout. I'm really struggling to work out your layout. So in that folder, if you go right click, create messy coder, muck, new slot list, and call this one what you want your avatar slot to be. Your give it like a fantasy polyhero names or something.
Got it.
Yeah. There. And in the name helper is like a helpful little name that if you've got loads of these.
Okay.
And then drag your variant into that game object. Lovely. And you're using one thing for all genders and everything, so that's all fine. And if I got the color palettes thing working again, you could drag in palettes, but haven't got that doing anything, so it's pointless. Cool. So if you go back to your avatar set now on the left-hand side, in the settings. In the settings window. That's it. Now you can click on the plus and add. No, the top one. There you go. And then add your. There he is. Brilliant. So that now you could, by using this system, have a avatar from Fantasy Poly, one from any other packs you wanted, or even well, I did one with completely different assets, like from Maxim Bagrimov in there, so they don't have to be at all the same thing. So that's why it's nice having it in that kind of way. So now save your scene, just to make sure things get saved, because I learned that the hard way. Everything doesn't save. Open up your variant in prefab, so we can start playing about with the actual prefab. In the root, go to add component and add in a muck avatar slots. Actually, you know what? Don't add the avatar slots in here. It's better if you add it on the inner part, because otherwise you'll just have loads of them. Go add component. And do a muck local mounts instead. Here we go. And then you can click add mounts for all the mounts that you want. So you're going to be using nested models. Skinned meshes is if you want to actually swap out the mesh with a different mesh. I haven't got that working yet. So the only one that actually works at the moment is the nested models. So now we want to go into the which one are we doing first? Heads. Go to your heads. I think it's male and female. I've got them separated. So if you easier if you could go right to the top and then just collapse that whole section for the all gender parts. There you go. So you we've got female head. No, don't do that. Go to the female head element, or if you want the 0 head, I stick them on the one above, just because you can have multiple things in there. But actually, yeah, so click on that. We got head all elements. Are you going to be using all your heads?
Nope.
You can basically use everything. Yeah.
I'm only going to use these for this
You're going to
set.
use the heads, those ones, and the no elements one, aren't you? Both of them, both sets.
What's the no elements one? Where?
That's if it's got full covering and that you'll have to hide everything else.
Yeah, I'm not going to use these yet.
Okay, so go to the stop. Yes, click on that. Click on add component, and in here add your avatar slots. And that way it's easier for you to manage, because you know that this avatar slot is sitting on there. Yep, it's a nested models. And then in the group section, so in the expand, no, delete that because that's hiding. So in the group section above, you've got a collapse. There you go. You can change that to be the gender for everything, so put that to female.
Can't select both? I guess I have to...
Ah, shit. Yeah, I've only had it for all or one, not for multiples. So you'll have to get rid of non-binary for this one over there, unfortunately. Do apologise to our non-binary community. So you can now collapse that group settings now.
I don't need to select races or classes? I guess it's...
No, because it's full. And now expand the bulk import. And now is when you'd lock it. You don't have to do this because you've got it at the group settings. So you've already defined. If you were going to do one long list for male and female, you can do it, but it just makes it harder to manage later on. So then that's it, drag them all in and then click the add models thing. Lovely. And then at the top it's got a so this is a bit where I'd say you hook into your API. So see it's got bone transform.
Oh, I saw it, yep, earlier.
You'd want to find the transform that this is sitting on, so it's there, it's the head.
Except this one, I mean, this one should be fine without it, right? Because the skin mesh is I mean, I don't think you have to parent the skin mesh, right?
Now that's for if you want to resize later on. So when you're scaling, you're going to scale the bone transform because you won't be able to actually resize the skin mesh. You won't do anything.
It's to add scaling support.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like that. So it's if you want to do that. I haven't put that functionality in, but it's got the variables for it. And that's it. That's basically how you've now defined a slot. So if you go unlock it, what you've done there, and go back to the root, and you see your little plus thing, now you can find your female head elements, and that she's done. And if you added another plus, you would add the male head elements in the same thing. So you do the same thing again for the male head. What do you think so far? Is it straightforward, or?
It's not too bad. There are a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Like for this part, I would want to basically go here and maybe have a way to add everything below and do all of that in one step, maybe in a wizard or something. I think the problem is I'm not sure I'm going to remember it. We'll see later tonight when I try this on my own. If I'm not sure I'm going to remember all of the steps to add all of the components.
That's a good thing that you're streaming this now.
Yeah, I'll be able to go back and look it up if I get lost.
Exactly. You can forget about the bone transform if you're not going to use scaling or anything. It's pointless. And then in your group settings, just change it to a male, and then do your bulk import. That's pretty much it. It's done. You want your helper to be like male heads or something to be, because then when you're looking up, it makes it a lot easier. Groovy. And then just drag your brilliant. Add models. Now when you're doing, that's it, lovely jolly. Now go to like a helmets or a hats or something.
Yeah, for this UI here, I would suggest doing a fold out or something and have them start collapsed, and then have each line of the fold out be the name, because this is a lot to scroll through. Not just that, it'll actually, I mean, having this much expanded automatically, it's going to impact performance on the scroll. You see how it's not smooth, it's not scrolling smoothly.
And you know what, to be honest, I'm a really horrible person, because whenever I come across a problem with performance on the UI stuff, do you know what part of me always says? It's the editor. I don't care about performance. And I had somebody saying to me, about doing performance stuff, and I was like, "It's the editor. Go away." And I realised I spend all my life in the editor. I never really spend anything in the game. So I should really focus more on it. But no, that's cool. I'll add that. I've got that written down now.
Okay,
That's an easy one to do.
Right, so we've got both heads.
Alright, now go to the all gender parts, and let's do head coverings or helmets or whatever it is.
Facial hair?
That one just means it covers up your facial hair. So I think you want base hair, don't you?
Yeah.
No, the head coverings base hair. Is that the one you want?
I think I just want the regular hair, right?
No, not hair. I'm talking about head coverings.
But I'm not using the head
Oh no,
coverings.
we could do hair. Yeah, let's do hair then. So on the hair one, do an add component, and then put a name, which is general, and you want it for all because it's all. Now before you do bulk import, click add model, and in there just add where it says model object. There's an empty prefab just saved. So you can just do that and type in empty in the asset, and you'll find it. There he is. Lovely jubbly. Because then the first one in your list will be empty, so if you want the first thing for them to be bald, you can stick it in. Or if you want the last one to be bald, then you put that last.
Got it.
So I do that with like head coverings or armor or anything like that. So the default setting is always empty, and then the next option has something in it.
Got it.
And now when you do bulk imports, everything will be after the baldy. So you want to cool, lock it, and then drag him in. See, I was trying to how to make this easier, but even with a wizard, it would still be, you still need to click those to put them in.
Yep. It might be easier. One thing, potentially, to do it somewhere in messy settings and in your window, so you don't have to lock and unlock and worry about accidentally clicking on something. So maybe some sort of window that does that control. Because I've found that I'll frequently forget to hit the lock, and then I'll click on something, and then I'll have to go find the original item that I wanted to click and scroll around. So that's generally a time saver. If I'm doing a lot of asset type selection, I tend to do it in a window instead of an inspector.
Was it sitting on the object though? I'll have to do. How am I going to do that? Like load it from the object? I don't know. So I'm crap at the editor things, man. I'll have to.
And you could add a button open editor here, and then all the stuff could still be here potentially, but hidden. And then just have the button open editor window. That's one way to do it.
You're assuming that I know how to do the editor stuff, man. This is me just hacking away, guessing as I'm playing about with it.
Yeah, how do I do it?
I think I'll have that on the last bit of functionality that I add.
It's a P2.
Yeah. Right. So you've got heads and you've got hair done now.
Oh, I gotta add the hair to this.
So if you go back
Hello
to
at Wizards Don't Code.
click
Hey, Wizards.
delete. No, do you want to delete that one, don't you? Delete that because your head. Yeah, delete that because you want to add another mount.
Oh, okay.
Your slot's going to be your hair now. There you go, nested feet, and then click plus, and then boom. There you go. So it's like that.
Another P1, maybe a drop down here for specifically this slot.
I had it one as a drop down originally, but because it's if you had multiple different prefabs setting up, then it all started messing up. So I was like, you know what? Until I work out how to only show the ones that are children of it, it's just going to be a field.
Because then you could also filter by slot type, right? Because we set the slot type in here, didn't we?
No.
No. Okay. The slot doesn't know what kind it is.
Do that. Yeah.
I wonder if that would be useful, if the slot would know what type of slot it is. Because then you could filter on. That's how you would filter then. Is show me all of the hair slots.
Good day. Yeah. All right. Add slot. Oh, really? Okay. So now you've got you want to save go to your scene and save it. Yeah, save that. Right, so you got the makings of your blokey now. Inside your scene, you just need a couple little things. So you need you're not going to have your bloke in the scene as it spawns. He'll get generated at one time. So you need to put some nice little places for him to spawn, and the managers and all that malarkey. So make yourself an empty object in the scene that you're going to attach your character scripts to. And you're going to need to have a manager script attached somewhere, and you're going to need to have a spawn point set. Cool. So you got your making it. I've never tried it on the same object, but I know there's no reason why not. You want to add onto this component now, unless you're going to do it separately, your character, so you need to have the character script. So you want to add another component. There you go, on the little pussycat, and you want to add a muck character script on there as well. You don't have to worry about dragging them in; it does it automatically through the event system. So add another component. Muck character. There he is. Lovely. You don't have to worry about this again. All this will get done from the events system. Haven't tried doing it automatically. You could do, I suppose.
Yeah, so a pattern I started following is in onValidate. I have it go out and do all of that expensive find component type stuff. So it does it in the editor, but it doesn't do it in the player. And so it basically does all the pre-population of any children or any other types. And I decided I really like that pattern.
This the reason why I have the muck manager not sitting on the same as the character is that you might have multiple players on the same scene with multiple characters.
So you have one muck manager per
one
player.
muck manager per scene. So one muck manager per scene and multiple characters, and then as the event fires, yeah. But you're just one player, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Haven't yet tried it on multiplayer or anything like that.
Well, I will definitely be doing that sometime later today or tomorrow.
So in your muck manager, you want to drag in your avatar spawn location, which is your spawn point. And I've done it so that you could have the camera zoom in and out if you wanted. So you could add yourself some transforms for the start position and the close-up position. So if you want, you could do those later. Hey, Wizards in chat. Is your bot still talking to you so you can hear people?
That's a good question. I haven't heard it speak in a while. Let's kill it.
Box says, I'm tiring fast and I think I'm just going to fall asleep to these guys' dulcet tones. It's not the first time I've heard that. Wizards on Code says, yes. Good afternoon, Missy and Yonan together. What a treat. This is a treat. It's a crossover.
Yeah, this is why I have the bot use TTS, because otherwise I don't see chat forever. Move to home.
I'll be your TTS if you want.
Move to home. Hello. Did my speech? Speech should be
Welcome, Wizards Don't Code.
You folks been talking.
You folks been talking. You didn't hear the bot. Oh, the bot's been working the whole time. We just didn't hear the bot.
Move camera to home. There we go. Gotta get the command right. This is basic regex voice commands.
I love regex.
Okay.
Alright. So now you've got now your manager basically saying he knows where to shove people. I've put that head UI and body UI is if you were going to do the zooming in thing. I just made a little method in there that when it zooms in, it can hide the body UI of your canvas, and then when you zoom out again, it will show it. So if you wanted to have, like in some games, you've got the view of customize your body, and then you've got close up, and then you customize the face. So you don't have to use that, but I just put some things in there.
Yeah, if we're looking at mine, the way that would end up working is it would zoom in on his face, and he would fill the circle. So I don't know that I would be able to use yours directly for that. I think I got to look a little bit more at how you're doing this, but I think a lot of the UI and camera start position, this stuff is going to be difficult for me to use.
It's a very basic method in there. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to utilize. It's all it is slurping the camera from one position to the other. That's all it does.
Which I guess, I mean, if we're just slurping these positions, that would work in my setup, actually, now that I think about it. I just give it these 2 positions, and then over here, when we're talking about it, if we got a scene, and you look at the actual non-2D scene, it's just a camera, right? So, there's my, we go to camera, so I could do, and I've got to get the proper cropping going, but all right, so I've been given the 5 o'clock warning. What can we get done in the next 10 minutes?
Oh, cool. All right, so you've got your foundation in. Now when you what else do we need? It's all basic. It all relies on events to say, oh, have you changed, have you set your character, whatever. So what you're going to need to do is when you start, automatically set your default race and class and all that stuff, and just fire that event. So if you click play, make sure you're not maximizing on play.
Shouldn't be.
Oh look, you got some errors. Null exception. 87 stats. Alright, now if we look at does he not like the fact that it doesn't have any stats? Open up your spawn point. Did it spawn anything? Looks like it spawned something.
Okay, that's why I've got doubles.
Yay.
So this is the
Cool.
spawn point, which I need to fix the spawn point. But, okay.
Alright, so it knew to spawn your default avatar. So first thing's a good one. If you want to just get rid of those errors that it complains about, you can just make yourself some just default stats in the messy settings.
Is it controlling my camera position?
Or you can muck about your camera position.
Yeah, it's controlling my. It's got my camera position locked. So I think in the Monk Manager, it's treating something as maybe a start location, but I can't move my camera.
Oh, there you go. It doesn't. Just you can just turn off that method mucking about, or you just put an object in there, and you know, see where the manager was for the start position. You just put something in there for the start position. Oh yeah, put the camera in for the start position. That'd be interesting. Now if you move the camera. Alright.
What's the other thing? I
Go to your messy settings window a second.
Okay.
And just go to stats.
Stats.
And just create a stat. Yeah, stat something. See I'll delete that. See, create a stat. Just put something in there, like plop or something. Wouldn't bring yourself to write plop, could you? Alright. Cool. Now I'm happy. And in your avatars list, your types list. My apologies. Go to your types list. You see on your humans. You want to click on your humans. The top one, the humans. There you go. And inside race versions, Okay. So put in male and female, and change prefab to be avatar
Welcome
set.
Mark and Kitty Ann.
Time for dinner, guys.
And
We'll
pop
watch
in
the
your-
rest later.
There you go.
Have a wonderful night. Thanks
That's
again
better.
for sharing your work.
Night, guys. Okay. Got it?
Lovely. And you might want to stick in your class, even though you've got one class.
Good night.
Lovely, lovely. That would do. Yeah, for all. One class shared for all races, for all genders. Lovely. Christy. Alright, you want to save that?
Is it already saved? Save.
And what is that? What is that error down the bottom? Okay, if you clear that
I haven't-
console, did they go
Yeah, I
away?
haven't,
Oh,
cleared,
yeah,
I haven't
they
cleared
go
it yet.
Oh my god. How do you live with 2020 doing this every time?
Oh, it drives me crazy.
Why has it got error 48? Oh, let's see what that is.
Yep, can't move the camera.
Yeah, it's because it wants the.
How do you live with 2020? Exactly both the year and Unity Versio.
Put a game object, just a game object in your scene, in that position. There you go. I've never tried sticking it as a child of it. That's interesting. Right, yeah. And then just drag in your camera into the manager, Mac manager. Oh, that's why, because you didn't have your thing in there. Okay. Now when you click play, and you move that start position. Done.
I
How
have
do
to
you
move
do
the
to
start
check
position.
with the
I can move the start position, but I can't move the camera.
When you call that method for it to update, then it will move to it. I don't think it's on an update. It's on when the event gets fired. As I say, you just open up the Mux Manager script and just hide that method, dude. It's the easiest thing to do.
That's okay. Alright, so what's next?
Yeah,
We're down to
get out of
minutes.
play mode. Get out of the play mode. Get out of play mode.
I'm not.
In your best bet is when you get back from taking this onto dancing, is to check out the demo scene, because you're going to want to put some UI shenanigans in there. So if you create a canvas quickly on your scene, and in the folder I gave you, make a panel or something that you want to stick. So in the Muck Poly Fantasy Heroes, prefabs, is he in there? No, he's in the Mucks one. So if you go down to Muck, Messy Coda Muck, right down the bottom. Right down the bottom. Right down the bottom. Down to minutes. Messy Coda, Muck, prefabs, UI. There you go. Drag that into your canvas.
I thought I imported.
Oh.
I did import Text Mesh Pro.
You imported the package, but not the essentials. Any samples. I think that error 48 is asking that you didn't have both positions in your UIs things. Right now, if you look at your inspector for your UI position, UI option rather, But you didn't put the Text Mesh Pro examples. Now if you go into why can't you? Oh, because you've got everything all squishy. There should be a script that you can't see. You've got your game view there. You can't see it. You got it all squished up, yos! Yos! It's all squished! It's all squished! Another 20 minutes to import things.
Yep.
Mark and Kitty says, time for dinner, guys. We'll watch the rest later. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for sharing your work. Have a great night, Mark and Kitty. Right, so now down the bottom, you will notice, there's a muck button helper. So you just put head and give it a label 60 times. And then click play. Hopefully, I doubt it would do anything because it has to fire events and things, but now it would swap through the different heads. In theory. Something is missing. Expand the what have we got that's missing? You expand your UI option that you put in.
This one?
If you go to debug, put the debug view on a second while we're in play mode. Oh, what's this? The thingamajig.
Yeah, I think this is replacing the old debug flag.
Oh. Now when you're doing stuff, you can see if it's actually updating anything when you're clicking those two buttons.
Oh, actually, maybe this is part of uContext Pro. I don't know. Okay, so what am I looking for? Line 48.
So when you click when you click on those two on the left button and the right button in your there you go. You would be able to see if it actually found anything. Actually, if you go to your Muck Manager a second, in the left view, has it updated? No, you haven't. It hasn't picked up that you've selected, because yeah, we need to. If you look in the examples I've done, when you get back, you'll see that it fires an event. So whenever I click on, for example, changing the race or the class or the gender in my one, I fire an event to say I'm updating my character, and then this script here listens for that event and it goes, hey, have you updated anything? And you go, yeah, I've updated. It goes, oh, okay, cool. I'm now going to start populating the values with the new details. But because you're not firing off that event on anything, it's not updating. So you could manually just drag those in into there.
So what event am I missing? Or why am I not getting that event?
Because you haven't made the rest of your UI yet.
Okay.
So I think the easiest way to do it is to look at the example in the project, the Messy2 file, in the root of when you import the package. I stuck in the root. I didn't stick it in a. If you go to the root of your assets, not even in a subfolder of Messy. I just stuck it right in the root because I'm a dirty man. Although I don't think you imported it in.
Yeah, so I'll have to find that. Okay, so I guess later tonight I will take a look at that.
Basically, it works in that the example I've done, every time you click on one of the buttons for a gender or whatever, it fires an event to say update must with what my new race is, what my new class is, what my new gender is, and then the muck basically is listening. Hey, did you update? And when he's updated, there's another event that gets fired after all the updating is done to say I've been updated, and that's the one that the muck worries about. He goes, oh, okay, oh, you've actually finished, you've been updated, great, now I'll use your current values.
I've
Okay.
been called for dinner too. Messy, go to bed. Yolan, go for dinner.
Yep, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for coming on, Messy.
That's right, buddy. You're gonna go
Maybe-
take your kid to, what's he got, singing or dancing?
He is going to dance.
Dance like there's no tomorrow. Dance with freedom. How old is he?
11. Yes, 11. Wait,
Oh man,
no, yes.
I wish I was
Wait.
11. Dude, are you seriously saying that you don't remember? You're worse than me. But you've got an excuse. You've got like 20 kids or something, haven't you? How many you got now?
I've got 3.
6? 3.
Just
Feels,
three.
it just feels like
Only
you've
You
got,
sound like
you've
me
got
figuring
20.
out my kid's age.
Yeah,
Still
I
let
mean,
me
I mean,
forget
it
my
changes
kids'
every
age.
year. How are you supposed to remember at an age if it's always
I
different?
know. How dare they?
I don't know how old I am, and it always shocks me when I have to get some kind of doctor's form and they would make you write your age in addition to your birth date, and I have to actually figure out how old I am, and then I'm like, oh.
X and 3/4.
X plus and 3/4. Exactly. X 3/4.
I think he's more like X and a half.
Somebody at my kid's school, because it was sports day today, we weren't allowed to go to it, obviously, but somebody must have told him that they got allowance for tidying up. He came home, he's been tidying, he always loves cleaning and tidying, but now he was like, I did really good cleaning up, can I get some allowance for that? So I went to him, yeah, right, I'll have a look tomorrow and see how much I'll give you. And he just stood right in my face, like, angry. I was like, alright, I will inspect what you've done and I'll see how much. So I was like, alright, this is 1p. This is
Time to learn to do
20p.
washing up.
How much is that? He goes 21. I go, this is another 20p. And I was giving him pence. And then I said, this is a pound, so it's 100p, right? And I gave him like £3.91. No, actually £4. He got £4, 11 pence out of me. He got £4.11p out of his dad, and he went to his mum and go, I got 411p for tidying up. And his younger brother helped make the bed, so he got 20p. I love this. When they realised that this is not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things, I'm in a lot of trouble. But from now, I'm getting away with giving him 5 pence.
I'm not even that
Which
nice.
is like,
I give them computer time. You want computer time? Go do the dishes.
that is for all of them, even the younger.
So the younger two, their job is to empty the dishwasher. The oldest gets to load.
See,
Although-
when I was young, doing the dishes meant washing the dishes and physically drying the dishes.
Yeah,
What a
fortunately we
world.
don't have to do that. But we used to have to do that. We had a long time where we didn't have a dishwasher, and it was not fun. All right, I gotta get him to dance class. Thanks for coming on, and I'll let you know how this goes when I get back around to it later tonight.
Alright, pal. Be safe.
And then stream. Hopefully, we'll pick up the VR stuff in the next stream, and not sit waiting on imports the entire stream. I've got the project re-importing now, so
See you later.
hopefully it'll be re-imported by the time I get home, and I will make sure I have it prepped for VR work tonight as well, while I'm working on the other messy stuff. And then
It's crazy.
hopefully it'll all come together. Maybe we'll do another stream tomorrow or sometime. Definitely the regular Sunday time.
Can I do a shameless plug on your channel?
Go for the
Goals?
shameless plug.
I'll be streaming at 1 o'clock UK time tomorrow. That's 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Central, and 8 o'clock Eastern. So as a daytime stream rather than a nighttime stream. And that'll be Arten Game, the guy who made Infinigrass and Skymaster and a load of other stuff as well. You go take your kid dancing. Thank you for having me on as a special guest. It's